rather small rants.
The Assassin's Creed franchise is huge. I mean, where to start? You've got Assassin's Creed, you've got Assassin's Creed 2, you've got Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, you've got Assassin's Creed 3, you've got Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you've got Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed Rogue, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, you've got Assassin's Creed Origins, you've got Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you've got all the spin-off games, you've got fucking novels, you've got a film that nobody went to go see, the list is endless. With the announcement of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it got me thinking, is this the death of the Assassin's Creed franchise? Well, no, it's just a gameplay trailer, I haven't seen anything, of course not, and besides, it's Vikings, that's fucking awesome. But that's not what I'm getting at. See, the last game, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, didn't do much for me, and I know it did a lot for other players, but for me, it was just kind of a nice little RPG to play. But the thing that was missing from it was Assassin's Creed. Now don't get me wrong, a lot of the same game mechanics are in there, but it just doesn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game anymore. I've seen a lot of people say online they don't want the RPG elements in an Assassin's Creed game, and I totally understand that. Should these games be different games? Should these newer games be under a different name, a different franchise? Origins and Odyssey feel like they're trying to take a leaf out of the Witcher 3's book. I mean, it's kind of obvious at this point, and I feel like Valhalla will be exactly the same. Games should be allowed to adapt. They're more than entitled to do that. Games have to adapt. Just like movies, they have to adapt to become different and stay relevant. And I think that Assassin's Creed has done that well, but it's just lost its identity. The game I'm playing now is Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia. This is a platformer, so yeah, it's very different to the Creed games in terms of gameplay, but damn, it does feel very energetic and still feels like it has a place in Assassin's Creed lore. It feels like an Assassin's Creed game while also doing something different. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was missing a lot of the key things that Origins managed to do simultaneously. Origins managed to create a totally new breath of fresh air, but also keep the Assassin's story in there. What makes Assassin's Creed? It feels like with Odyssey, the reason they set it before Origins was to test the fact that they wanted to depart from the series. And while I know that Valhalla at least takes place after Origins, so the Assassin stuff could still play a part, it still worries me that Odyssey maybe set that precedent. And because people responded so well to Odyssey, are they going to abandon what made Assassin's Creed in the first place? That rich lore, the intrigue, and the interesting story behind the Templars and the Brotherhood. I know some people don't like their stories, but I mean, if you're gonna start with that story all the way in Assassin's Creed 1, you may as well stick with it for consistency reasons, right? It's become a Witcher 3 wannabe that's just set in ancient Greece and ancient Egypt and Viking times, I guess. I think it's clear that Ubisoft want to make more historical games, and they want to make different games at different time periods, just like Assassin's Creed does. But they don't want to make Assassin's Creed games. But of course they have to sell the game, and Assassin's Creed will sell just by name. So they tag that on to this game, this RPG, and it sells, because it's Assassin's Creed, but only by name. That's the thing. I feel like they want to make loads of different games in the same vein as Odyssey and Origins, in different time periods, but they're done with the whole Assassin's Creed story, the lore, and yes, of course they do have familiar mechanics in there, but that's only because they know it's Assassin's Creed game and they have to sneak some in. It doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed, it just feels like a totally different game. And don't get me wrong, I do like these games. I put a lot of time into Origins, I thought it was great, and yeah, Origins did have a lot of story beats there that were Assassin's Creed. Odyssey, not so much, and some of the characters and acting were absolutely terrible. But it's still a fun RPG at the core. I feel like if Valhalla does the exact same thing, that will kill the Assassin's Creed name. We're not going to get any more games like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or Assassin's Creed... Yeah, to be fair, that was the last best one. Yeah, Black Flag was okay, but I mean, the Assassin-y stuff was just boring and repetitive. You can still make an Assassin's Creed game different, but still keep to those values it always had. And you can still make games like Origins and Odyssey, like they're doing with Valhalla, but I mean, I don't know, give it a different name. If a game is good enough, it'll sell. Sure, the name does help, and I get that. But in the same way Assassin's Creed 1 did so well and created a franchise, maybe these games could too. I don't know. I know there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me, and that's totally fine. And I'll still pick up Valhalla, depending on what the gameplay is like, and if it looks different and fun enough. And, I mean, it's Vikings, of course it's going to be fun. But I still have that sadness for the fact that Assassin's Creed feels like it's dead now. I guess we're just playing a different franchise at this point, and that's fine. I still can go back and play all the Creed games if I want. I mean, not all of them, because like I said, some of them are really fucking bad. Holy shit. The franchise was on its last legs, and I get why they had to do this big revamp. Is the Assassin's Creed name dead, and will Valhalla finally put it to rest? Or can it pull something out of the bag, still remain faithful to Origins and Odyssey as an RPG, but still be faithful to the lore, the story, the characters, all of that? It's an interesting discussion, and I think we'll probably have more answers as we get more details about Valhalla. But hey, at least they're not putting a Battle Royale mode in. I mean, oh, that would definitely put it in the fucking grave.
Wankers! Fucking embarrassing. Waste of our time. Fucking waste of our time.